Born in Paris, David has walked every catwalk for brands from Calvin Klein and DSquared to Vivienne Westwood and Missoni.
When you say the word male model, the first thing that comes to mind is blue steel posing, thanks to Zoolander. But for David Agbodji, modeling is more of a high-powered career than a frivolous job. And when you watch him behind the scenes of the Studio W Summer 14 shoot, you'll start to understand why.
Lately, he's shown great flair behind the camera too, as the photographer on several features for fashion magazines, with a signature style he calls Just Do You.
David, you live in New York. What's the Big Apple like?
As you expect, it's pretty crazy, you know? But I feel like a lot of people that live in New York like that craziness. When I go somewhere quiet, I start to worry. So I think it's kind of like a New York thing. You just always like want to keep moving, doing something, you know?
I know you're very busy, but what's an average day like for you?
We work, you know, travel or whatever. But when I'm home, I paint a lot, so that's kind of like my thing. I do a lot of oil painting and I do some photography, so sketching. So mostly art and some sports.
How does being a photographer influence you in front of the camera?
I felt like, okay, I became, if anything, a better model, if you could say that, after I started taking photos myself, because you start to understand that something that looks very good in the mirror doesn't look that good in front of the camera and vice versa. So you kind of start to understand those dynamics a little bit.
So it betters your craft?
I felt more confident about, you know, when I'm on either side, you know? I have a better idea, I think, of what's going on.
Clean and tailored with accents of colour and more colour detail in the shoes, this season's trends are made to order for David and the local urban man.
Through the years, you've adapted your own style. Talk me through your look.
Personally, I really like very neutral colors. Like this is very me, kind of, you know, like neutral or just black. And I can't really like monochrome kind of tone, you know, so pretty much I wear a bright yellow shirt with a white shorts, you know, it's kind of more like I wear all white if anything, you know.
Why would you say Studio W appeals to you? I
think guys like easy first. You don't want to think too much about it, but it's very clean and it looks good, you know. It's not pretentious, it's just clean. You know you wear some very clean clothes.
David's made it official. This Studio W collection is set to be a must for any style-conscious metropolitan male this summer.